Bank and Trust, John Waldron and Bill Jors. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
And we're going to be seeing a lot more of you guys as you are making a strong entry into this market with a physical presence, multiple physical locations, John.
Yeah, it's been a great, less than a year.
Yeah.
And we're definitely committed to the community. We get asked all the time, when will the branch open? You see the sign is up. We're not open yet, but the sign is up at the 200 for the branch, and the loan production office, we're working there. That's been renovated. Mercer and crew did a great job with the build out. We're waiting on furniture from DBI. In a month we'll have full furniture, and we'll get an open house put together. And then it'll land on Weatherwax.
Yeah.
So that'll be branch number 2, but for now we're focusing on downtown.
So with space to fill, you need people to occupy that space.
We started with 6,000 square feet and 2 people, so that was the start. But yeah, we have we've beefed up a little bit over the last couple of weeks. Matt Miller started with us a couple of weeks ago, former Flagstar credit analyst and lender. And then Dave Krieger retired for about 6 months and decided he wanted to work part-time for a while. And then Mike Jors will start with us Monday. So we have now a 5-person commercial lending team to go with the Brandy Titus is the mortgage lender. Mm-hmm. So pretty solid team, definitely committed to the community, and we're off and running.
Bill, names that people are familiar with in banking in the community joining you guys.
That's the business model to follow in Jackson. It would be very tough for us to bring someone in from the outside versus hiring someone that's been here all their lives. And that's what we've been doing with those 3 hires. We've got a couple more that everyone's from Jackson, as far as I know, born and raised here, and that gives you a huge head start when you're out trying to gain business like we are.
And if the name Mike Jors sounds familiar, it's Bill Jors' brother.
Mike is my older brother.
So you guys are speaking.
Oh yeah, and we're still playing golf together. We did get a little slack for playing golf together over the past year. So that's never going to stop if anyone knows us. But no, Mike was a Jacobson's employee for many years. He's a marketing manager there, and like a lot of native Jacksonians, they want to stay here.
Yeah.
And he got into banking after Jacobson's. And one thing led to another, and we ended up working together, and we're gonna be working together again soon. So it'll be good. He's a good, solid addition, and a lot of people know Mike, and he has a lot of talent he can bring to the table.
I think the community support always been important to both of you gentlemen, and no matter where you are, that doesn't waver. I know you guys have already started talking about the Gus Macker, but you guys are in the community. You guys never left the community. I just had lunch with you guys at a great event last week. Why is that? Why is that so important to you guys, the community? Obviously that's where the money comes from, but not everyone shows up.
It's our town, right? Born and raised here, and I mean, go back 30 years to now. I mean, I was walking around this morning before we came in to the studio. I mean, look at the studio, look at the town, look at everything going on. It's a great place.
Yeah, and of course, banking has been in the news a lot lately with a couple of issues. Some West Coast banks in the tech sector having some issues, and the interest rate as the Federal Reserve tries to keep inflation in check. There's a lot of movement. Where do you see things going? What's the outlook in terms of the economy, interest rates, and banking in general?
I'll defer. Bill told me 6 months ago prime would be 10%, and I said that won't happen, and here we are at 8+. So the banks are generally in good shape, especially community banks, locally community banks, credit unions, in the regionals we have here. I mean, Midwest banking is a little
I
different
was-
than what happened
Yeah.
a month ago,
I was going to
2
say,
months ago.
is it fair to compare these pop-up West Coast banks with
No.
a bunch of startup cash to regional Midwest banks? Yeah.
No, I'm pretty confident in saying that your money in Jackson,
Yeah.
Michigan is pretty safe wherever you bank.
Yeah.
And I still think interest rates are going up. They still have a ways to go. Unfortunately, we have a Federal Reserve trying to accomplish one thing, and we have another branch of government doing the exact opposite.
How
And so until government spending subsides, I think you'll see rates continue to climb.
How about the cost of building? Is that still a big factor with the interest rates?
It's getting better. It's getting much, much better than it was last fall, I would say. There was a 6-month period there where it was probably prohibitive to even think about.
Yeah.
Still pretty high. I mean,
Yeah.
I was talking to Bill Benedetto of Eagle Ventures last week. I mean, you're still $260 a square foot to build a house.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, yeah.
That's insane,
Yeah.
but that's the cost right now.
Right. Wow.
It's just hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
With the additions to the bank in the last few weeks, room for more, you're actually hiring right now.
We are. We are still looking for the right fit for our branch manager downtown here. And corporate wide, we posted a couple treasury positions, and then the branch staff will follow. Lending wise, I think we're in pretty good shape. Maybe room for another, but the headquarters is highly committed here. Everything's been great. They've delivered everything they said they were going to deliver. You talk Jacobson's. I'll let the resident historian again talk about the atrium building and what that was when it came to town.
Formerly known as the Esther Jacobson building.
Okay.
Moses Jacobson opened Jacobson's in the building we're in right now. And John's alluding to the fact that we've decided to make an offer on that building. We have a purchase agreement executed, and it's being inspected as we speak
morning.
to purchase that building for future growth.
Yeah.
We've experienced the growth in Jackson before, and it's better to be ahead of the curve when opportunities come along. And renovating the 4th floor, we put some money into that and discovered the building was for sale, and so that started the discussion. And it's a great location. It's the parking lot next door adds a lot to it, with parking issues becoming more of a issue, which is good for downtown.
Good, yeah.
I've always wanted
that's
parking
right.
issues for downtown. It's going to be another great investment. There'll be some signage going up soon.
Yeah, looking forward to following along and taking a look at some of the new branches, new locations as we get going. Thanks so much for being with us, and thanks so much for all you guys are doing for the community.
Thank
you,
you. Good to
guys.
see you.
Bill Jors and John Waldron from Southern Michigan Bank and Trust. More of the morning show right after this quick one.